Okay, we're back. We'll try this again. This is example number 4. X squared minus 2x minus 7 equals 0. I would, if I were you, push pause on this and try on your own and then see if we can come up with the same answer. Go ahead and push pause. Okay, we're back. I'm hoping that you did push pause and that you're going to try this on your own. You already tried this on your own. First thing we do is add 7 to both sides. X squared minus 2x equals 7. Okay, now from here we can skip to the end. In here always is b over 2. b is negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So minus 1. Minus 1, negative 1 squared is plus 1. X minus 1 squared equals 8. Square root both sides. So x minus 1 equals plus or minus the square root of 8. 8 breaks the square root of 8, breaks down to 2 times 4 and 2 times 2. So x minus 1 equals plus or minus 2 root 2. Add 1s to both sides, and x equals 1 plus or minus 2 root 2. That's the answer. Okay, let's try another one. And again, I want you to pause this and try it on your own. X squared minus 14x plus 6 equals 0. Always the same first step. Minus 6 from both sides. X squared minus 14x equals negative 6. Skip to the end. X and negative 14 over 2 is negative 7. Negative 7 squared is plus 49. X minus 7 squared equals 43. Square root both sides. X minus 7 equals plus or minus the square root of 43. And 43, I think, is prime. Add 7 to both sides. X equals 7 plus or minus the square root of 43. Are the two answers. Again, fundamental theorem of algebra, it's quadratic. I will have two answers. 7 plus root 43 and 7 minus root 43. I think we should try 2 more. Let's try the last one in your notes. X minus 3 equals x squared minus 3x minus 6. I'm going to move everything to the same side, put it in standard form before I move along. I'm going to minus x from both sides. Negative 3 equals x squared minus 4x minus 6. Add 3 to both sides. X squared minus 4x minus 3 equals 0. So same first step, move c over. Add 3 to both sides. X squared minus 4x equals 3. Skip to the end. Squared equals 3, x, and it's b over 2. Negative 4 over 2 is negative 2. Square root. And x minus 2 equals plus or minus the square root of 3. I'm going to rewrite it over here. Plus or minus root 3. Add 2 to both sides. X equals 2 plus or minus the square root of 3. So that is everything in your notes. It didn't cover, your notes didn't have anything where it was not divisible by 2. Let's try one of those where it's going to come out ugly and there are some fractions. I know there's some pushback with fractions. You're going to have to get over it. Fractions are a part of your life for a while. X squared minus 3x plus 4 equals 0. Same first step, add or subtract 4 from both sides. X squared minus 3x equals negative 4. So from here, skip to the end, equals -4, x, and then b is -3. So we put in here -3/2. Okay, so over here is going to be -3/2 squared plus -3/2 squared. And that's kind of tough. Remember the rule, -3/2 squared. Let's do the rule m/n squared is m²/n². I think that's an important way of writing. We need to remember our rules of fractions, rules of exponents. So -3/2 squared is -3 squared over 2 squared. -3 squared is 9. 2 squared is 4. Okay, give me a second. 9 squared, or 9/4, x minus 3/2 squared equals -4 plus 9/4. -4 and the -4/1. We need to get a common denominator, so I'm going to multiply this. -4/1 times 4/4. X minus 3/2 squared equals -4 times 4 is 16/4 plus 9/4. 16 plus 9 is 25. So, let's see. X minus 3 squared equals 16 plus 9 is 25/4. Square root both sides. X minus 3 equals plus or minus, and this is the same rule as this here. I could do the square root of 25 over the square root of 4. X minus 3 equals plus or minus the square root of 25 is 5. The square root of 4 is 2. X minus 3, let's do add 3 to both sides. X equals 3 plus or minus 5/2. So we can break this up to 3 plus 5/2. And x equals 3 minus 5/2. Again, we need a common denominator. I'm going to multiply this by 2/2 on both sides. So it's x equals 2 times 3 is 6/2 plus 5/2 is 11/2. So that's one answer. And then this is 2 times 3, again it's 6/2 minus 5/2. So that is 6 minus 5 is 1/2. So they do get tough. Good luck with that. If you have any problems, give me a call. Not give me a call, send me an email or send me a message on Canvas. I will be here every day in the morning. We have meetings from 8 to 9, so after 9, but if you want to come in and talk to me about some stuff, you need to schedule it with me.